there's one thing that I forgot to do at the range. I got to show you guys, right now I got my draw scale. This is it's kind of faded, but the Last Chance Archery draw scale. I think it's HS2. I got an arrow knocked. I got my Mathews V3X 33. You see V3X on the limbs. And I know folks want to see that this actually is drawing at 80 pounds. All right, here we go. Full draw. Let down. Here we go. 79.8. Hey, I want to say thank y'all for supporting the 80-pound bow battle video. So far the video's been doing well. It's definitely successful. I want to talk about a couple things in that video, and then also respond to the question that I've been getting was, how did I get this V3X to 80 pounds? But first, right, the first thing I want to talk about is the draw lens and the draw weights were set to be the same by the shop owner. I'm in that shop all the time. I bought my first bow from that shop, so they know me pretty well. We came in there to do just like a Hoyt review. I already knew going into it that they didn't have the 80-pound limbs and they didn't have the 31-inch draw. So we're just gonna shoot it, see how it feels, do all of that. And then Danny surprises me with the next bow, and he's got it set up to my specs already. So I shoot that through, do my reviews, and then we say, you know what, we might as well see how the V3X stacks up against it as well, since I had my bow set up to 80 pounds. The only difference, the draw lengths were the same. The only difference was the D loop. So, right, obviously my V3X D loop is a little bit longer. I set them up the same way every time. Danny set up the D loop on the Bowtech how he likes to set them up. So that kind of changed the anchor point a little bit. But listen, I get it. These bows are kind of like Android versus iPhone. You can call whichever bow iPhone or Android that you want. Everybody gets a little bit emotional about them, but the speeds were the speeds. And if you go back and look at even the other Bowtech videos that a bunch of other people done, they've all been kind of disappointed with the speeds out of it. But if you still want that bow, then get it. Like I said, by all means, all of the bows are great. I love the Hoyt for sure. And honestly, if that wasn't 80 pounds and prices were equal, I would probably walk out of there with the Hoyt, just being real with you. So, but anyways, this is how I got the bow to 80 pounds, my V3X. So a lot of people twist just the cables here, right? They do the twist here, but in my opinion, if you only focus on twisting the cables here to get your bow to 80, this kind of like bunches up and kind of looks like an accordion. So I didn't want to just put all the focus on these cables. Here's what I did. These floating yokes up here. So I took the floating yokes off. When I got the new string and cables, these are Catfish custom string and cables. I actually got this trick from my buddy Andy. All I do was kind of see how this is twisted, and then I did 4 loops. So I did this, just basically roll it around itself 4 times. I'm gonna take it back out because I got these set up for if anything ever goes wrong with these. But yeah, I did 4 loops on this side, then I switched to this side, did the same thing, and then obviously, right, whatever I did to the top, I did it to the bottom, and they came out to 80 pounds. So it's easy. If you look at the tracks, it's not all like bunched up. It looks nice and clean. And so that's how I prefer it. Like I said, I don't like to just do them here in the cables, because if you do them here, it's just gonna look like an accordion, and that's not cool, right? So if you twist your yokes up, you twist your cables up to get more poundage, just know that you're gonna be changing the spec of your bow just a little bit. So this actually isn't that bad. So you got, this is a 6.5 brace height I'm looking at right here. maybe a 16th to a 32nd, my bad, I moved too soon. Maybe a 16th to a 32nd past the spec, which you'd probably do anyway, to be honest with you, when you're tuning your bow. And then axle to axle should change as well. So it did shorten my axle to axle slightly. Now that's a more significant change. That is a 1/4 inch that my axle to axle has shortened from doing the 4 twists. I guess these ain't really twists, more like 4 loops in either side of this floating yoke system on this one and this one, brought it in a 1/4 inch. So you're kind of doing that at your own risk. You're probably not going to have the greatest support with Mathews on a warranty if you do this, and it might change your shootability a little bit. So what I'm going to do probably for y'all also is show how this Broadhead tunes. I twisted up the yokes. Obviously my axle to axle is a little out of spec. I still expected the Broadhead tune just fine, but we'll see. These are different arrow weights. I think this is like 550 now from the video. And then I picked a wide Broadhead. This is an iron wheel wide, 100 grain. I want to say it's like 1 3/8 wide, and then 3/4 bleeder blades for, I want to say like 2 1/8 inch cut. So honestly, this is kind of the benefits of a mechanical without the possibility of failure. And then obviously this is way sharper than any mechanical that I shot. I mean, I'm not about to cut myself trying to shave it, but it will. So let's see if this bow that is out of manufacturer specs, how it will shoot. All right, so I got iron wheel. It's the widest one they sell, to my knowledge. It is 1 3/8 on this main blade, and then 3/4 inch on the bleeder blade for, I want to say like a little over 2 inch cut. I don't want to do math right now. I think it's like 2 1/8 inch cut total. All right, so with my specs being a little bit off because I twisted my bow up to get it to 80 pounds, my axle to axle, instead of being 33, is 32 3/4. Probably not the biggest deal. I know it's not the biggest deal, but I just want to show y'all that it's still Broadhead tunes. I got a wide Broadhead. I got a wide fixed blade Broadhead on the front at 40 yards. So we'll see. The Broadhead is dead center. I'm actually not sure about the fill point because I hadn't readjusted my pin since I went to a little bit lighter air. I'm at 550 instead of 566. All right, fill point now. All right, let's go walk down there and take a look. We'll just do it all straight because, you know, wouldn't want to be accused of anything like in the last video. Somebody said the reason why you didn't shoot the Hoyt at 80 pounds and 31 inches because you wanted the Mathews to win. I'm like, why did we go there? But anyways, here you go. Big beefy Broadhead up front, 40 yards here and here. I could probably make an adjustment. Which one is which? This is the Broadhead because it's sliced up a little. Golf tee. Boom. So that's here. At 40 yards, we're like, I don't know, 1 inch away. So what I could do is bump my rest to the right 1 click and bring those right together. But I think you guys get the point. it still tunes money. So if you're shooting like the inch version of this or anything smaller, you shouldn't have any problems at all, especially if you're shooting mechanical broadheads. All right, so let me do the outro while I'm carrying this big old heavy sever target that's gonna have a video review to come. All right, so I appreciate y'all for supporting this video, the last video, and all the other videos. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Help me lift this big old sever heavy target up. I'm used to it. If you don't know how to spell the channel, it's P-R-I-V-I-L-E-G-E-D. I know you know how to spell bow hunter. We love y'all. Peace.